मारो गोल आवो खेलो सुब्रोतो खेलो जीतो
सर जय सर
Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest for today's final match of Under 15 Sub-Junior Boys category for this 63rd edition of Subroto Cup International Football Tournament 2024, Air Marshal Nagesh Kapoor, Unofficial Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Headquarters Training Command has arrived. He is being received by members of the organizing committee.
ఇక్కడ బని सर अंदर से लेंगे सर, पीछे ऑडियंस को। ओके ओके।
Air Marshal Nagesh Kapoor, ABSF BN, graduated from National Defence Academy in December 1985 and was commissioned in the Indian Air Force in the Fighter Stream of Flying Branch on 6 December 1986. He is an experienced fighter pilot who has flown He is an alumnus of the Defence Services Staff College and National Guard. 37 years of illustrious service. He has held numerous stars. His operational tenures include being the commanding officer of a fighter squadron in the Central Sector, station commander of the flying base in the Western Sector, and officer commanding of a free base. Has done instructional chief instructor flying at Air Force Academy and directing staff at the prestigious Defence Services Staff College, Wellington. Before assuming the present appointment, he served as the Air Officer in Charge personnel at Air Headquarters. In recognition of his meritorious service, the Air Marshal was awarded with Vayu Sena Medal in 2008 and Ati Vishish Seva Medal in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, now you will witness the FIFA Fair Play flag in yellow along with Subroto Cup flag in blue being brought into the tunes of Subroto's song with all dignity and honor. FIFA Fair Play flag was adopted in 2007 aimed at education and ethical values including the fight against discrimination and corruption in football. You will also witness our finalist teams from Meghalaya and Uttar Pradesh enter the Basant football fields to play the much-awaited match for the coveted trophy of 61st edition of Subroto International Football Cup in the under-15 Subroto category.
Jala
A very good evening, everyone, and we welcome you all to the grand finale of the Under-15 Sub-Junior Boys Subroto Cup International Football Tournament. It's the 63rd edition of the tournament going on, and this has been a blockbuster ride for both these teams, who will be locking horns with each other in what can be an absolute swashbuckler, rocking Bengaluru. We are live from the Basant Football Ground, AAC Centre, and the two teams in action are Nongri Presbyterian Secondary School, Meghalaya, and Peter Dhanchan Sports College, Safai from Uttar Pradesh. I'll quickly introduce you to the starting lineups of both the sides. Give you all a quick heads up. Dressed in this orange. Dhanchan Sports College, Uttar Pradesh. And dressed in their signature green is Nongri Presbyterian Secondary School, Meghalaya. Both the teams, they have had quite a bit of running with greatness achieved until now, and they will like to continue. All the pyrotechnics that they bring to this tournament. It's been a long road for both the sides. For Meghalaya in the league stages, they have defeated Sri Lanka 6-0. Defeated ISSO by 7-0 and defeated Namibia by 8-0. Uttar Pradesh, that's Peter Dhanchan Sports College. They have defeated CISCE by 1-0 in the league stages. Drawn with Chhattisgarh by 1-4, and eventually finished the group stages with a bang as they went on to win 4-0 against Nagaland. Have our respectable guests of honors would be coming in.
Video sports. Sportscast. Sportscast and video sports. Those are
And on the frame we have right now Ashwini Apunji, the Indian sprint sensation who rewrote the record books. She also won the Major Dhyanchand Award in 2022. Now joining us in the frame, another revered Indian athlete, Pronoy HS, the man who is an absolute sensation in badminton, secured the gold at Thomas Cup in 2022, the gold at 2018 Commonwealth Games, silver at 2022 Asian Games, and bronze at 2023 World Championships. So, quite a star studded sky in what has been otherwise overcast conditions here in Bengaluru. But then, once the skids start rolling, expect an absolute thriller to unfurl before your eyes. So stay tuned, everyone. And once again, a very good evening, and thank you everyone for joining in.
Match commissioner for today's match is MW Sanat Kaur, and the match referee for today's final match is Sergeant Sunil Sunil, who will be assisted by assistant referees Sergeant M. Cookie.
Before we introduce you to the playing 11 of the sides, a quick introduction to our match officials for the day.
Master Abhishek Patel, jersey number 5.
Our referee is Corporal Sunil Sunny. Our assistant referee is Corporal Kuku. The second assistant referee would be Corporal Marin Matthew. And the fourth official would be Corporal Krishna Prasad. Match commissioner for the day is Master Warrant Officer Mr. Sanat Kar. And as the pleasantries are being exchanged, joining me in the commentary box for the first time today and will be taking you through this intriguing sequence of an extraordinary tale that will be written in front of you is Ryan James. A very good evening, Ryan, and what would you make of this grand finale? Any particular assessment ahead of the match?
Good evening, Rohit. It's great to finally join you in the commentary box, and I have nothing much to say with regards to this final. I think you covered it. It's just that it's so exciting. The atmosphere is brilliant. The stage is set, and there is just best of football. That's the only thing we can expect. Both these teams have battled it out all the way here to the final, so it's going to be a grand finale indeed.
Oh, absolutely, Ryan. We will definitely be waiting for this blockbuster to just take shape. A quick introduction to the playing 11, to the starting 11 of both the sides. I'm going to start off with Nongji Presbyterian Secondary School, the team that's dressed in their signature greens. Mr. Trishul Bhatt is going to be under the stakes as the goalkeeper. And then they have got the likes of Shanbok, Richmond, Yanshkim, Frankie, Nangsamba, Pinksgain, Mark, Prosperwell, Bantalang, and Sanjeev starting for them. For Major Dhyanchand's Sports College, Uttar Pradesh, who are dressed in orange, they will be having Ritik as their custodian, and he will be joined by Ansh Pandey, Siddhant Pratap Singh, Fazal Abbas, Himanshu Pathak, Abhishek Patel, their captain, Hamid, Atif, Arshan Khan, Avinesh Patel, and Rohit. Well, Ryan, just a quick question for you. I think both these teams, they have actually done an incredible job of reaching the final, and more importantly, not just defeating the Indian teams, but defeating the international teams as well. So what do you think any of these teams would be looking forward to? Would they be starting, both the teams would be starting on an aggressive note? Because truth be told, as far as this proceedings goes, Meghalaya has actually put up a very attacking show. Will they stick to that, or will they just wait for the first 10 to 15 minutes, play out a very technical affair, and then eventually and steadily get their wings out, flapping at all their majesty?
A very, very interesting question, my friend. I think if you look at how both the teams have unfurled, like you said, Meghalaya have been thoroughly dominant, but at the same time, I don't think we can entirely not look at the fact that UP have been so good, and they are riding back on the fact that they are here after 26 years, which gives them that extra bit of push that they want to go through and give a very tough challenge to the other team. Even in the semi-finals, they were thoroughly dominant. So that's the main reason, and I think Meghalaya is going to be put to the test for the first time when they will face a team that can actually challenge them.
Well, an incredible pointer that you put forth, Ryan. After 26 years, UP is going to be here. That's the starting 11 for Meghalaya, as confirmed before. Trishul, Shanbuk, Richmond, Yenchkane, Frankie, Nangsamba, Pinksgain, Mark, Prosperwell, Bantalang, and Sanjeev. Their head coach is Mr. Pinkralang, who has definitely had a very good influence on the side. And here's the starting 11 for Uttar Pradesh once again. Ritik under the sticks. Ansh, Siddhant, Fazal, Himanshu, Abhishek, Hamid, Atif, Arshan, and Abhinev. Also Rohit in the attacking excellence. And they are being coached by Mr. Shakib Khan. We're all set, everyone. So this is going to be the much anticipated grand finale of the 63rd edition of Subroto Cup Sub Junior Boys Under 15. Attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their signature greens, are none other than Nongri Presbyterian Secondary School, Meghalaya. Attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their flamboyant orange and yellow, is Major Dhyanchand's Sports College Safai from Uttar Pradesh.
There we go. We are underway here at the ASC Center in Nama, Bengaluru. The finals of the 63rd edition in the Subroto Cup Under 15 boys category. And both these teams will look for that early breakthrough, Rohit, given the fact that they are used to scoring a lot of goals. So I think that first goal is going to be very important.
And there you go, the opening goal has arrived! And in stunning fashion, it's Nongri Presbyterian Secondary School who has hammered home the much important opener. Talk about precision, talk about blasting through barriers, and it looks like Meghalaya means business.
Indeed, Rohit. I mean, the odds of that happening are completely so different, and it just did. I think we all were just talking about how blockbuster of a game it's going to be, and what better than a goal in the very first minute.
Goes without a saying, Ryan. Absolutely goes without a saying. But what a start. Take a look at this run there. A bit of a botch up because he couldn't really time that, or rather capture the ball under his control. But then just one hint of danger. And look at how Meghalaya pounces upon that. Quick to open that, or quick to spot that opening there. One good touch to get past the defender. And then boom, the pile driver shattering through the defenses of UP.
I like how you gave a perfect finisher to that by saying pile driver. And now UP will have to counter with a similar finisher, and this is where they are also being put to a test, because given UP's performances, they've never trailed in a match like this. They scored 3 once and then they conceded 2 right after, but they still are used to winning. So this is where they are going to have to be at their best, but Meghalaya are not going to back off.
And Ryan, if you have arrived in the final already, I think I understand that they are all youngsters and they are still learning the craft, but I think they should also be ready because, you know, as we all say, that football isn't just a battle on the field itself. It's also a test of your mettle, of your spirit, and how you are going to bring together all your resources, how you are going to come together as a team, and eventually, even if you fall back, how you're going to make up for that deficit. I think that is what greats in the game do. And, you know, it goes without saying, if you have to remain long enough in this game, sustain yourself for the long race, I think this is the perfect platform for UP as well to showcase that they are made of what it needs to be in the final.
Indeed, my friend, lovely point there. And I was earlier in conversation with our guest of honor, Miss Ashwini Akunji, who did also mention the same thing with regards to the fact that we are here in the final. There's added pressure. These players know that their friends and loved ones are watching a game which is televised globally on Sportscast India and DD Sports. So they have to keep that in mind. And we still see them playing football at a very high level, which is really, really nice to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. And I think another important point is that for these youngsters to actually have their tournament, like you said, televised on DD Sports, which is quite a renowned platform, and also Sportscast India, who have been taking gigantic strides in terms of sports broadcasting in recent times. I think for them as well, it's a massive boost because, you know, it always remains a dream about how one's going to go ahead and perform on the telly one fine day. And just a quick confirmation, it's Prosper Well who scored that opener for Meghalaya. And so I think at this point in time, once you have the opportunity where people are watching you, and not just people, I think you also have the chance of watching your own game on the telly and then rectifying the much needed mistakes. So that when you hit the bigger leagues, I think it's easier for you to know that what are the things where you went wrong earlier in your career.
Absolutely. As possession keeps on switching, it seems like Meghalaya will continue their usual game, that is attacking. And we will go ahead and talk about those aspects because it's very important in this tournament. And I'm sure these players have also had a very good moment to just have that fellowship aspect of football come in. They're making new friends. More importantly, once again, he goes for goal and won't hit the target.
Ran just 5 minutes in, and we already have two gilt edged opportunities. One of them ending in the back of the net, the other barely missing it. And I think Meghalaya now have made their intentions very clear. This can be trouble though, but good defending from UP, keeping their nerves under what could have been the pump there.
That is true. And Meghalaya know that they've gotten that goal advantage. The crowd also seems to support both the teams equally. They are cheering the players on, which is more important. And I'm sure UP players will just hope that they can get through with one of those plays as a foul is committed here at the midline.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a very, very hearty spectacle to witness the crowd cheering for these youngsters. I think, again, at the end of the day, at the age of 15, you've got to understand that, yes, I understand the rivalry aspect of the game. And that is what, this can be trouble here for UP. However, good goalkeeping in that case. I mean, that was a very technical aspect of UP's goalkeeper, Ritik. The way he shielded the ball, came out of his line there, not really had to engage out there. And I think this sense is extremely important for a goalkeeper, that when do you need to engage and when not. The timing is a very, very key, and I think they did an incredible job. UP with a lovely cross in the box. But then again, excellent defending here from Meghalaya.
I think those two wingers for UP are their key to scoring a goal. You have Rohit and Abhinav that keep switching flanks on the final third. Not to forget Arslan, who's very good in finishing. And of course, their midfielder Abhishek. So these are the few key players that's made those game-changing plays for UP throughout the entire campaign. So all eyes will be on them as this is the final. This is where they will have to step up and make it all count.
Free kick this time in favor of Meghalaya here. Let's take a quick look at what really happened. Well, I reckon by the time it was controlled by Abhishek Patel, their captain of UP, I think the damage was already done. And it's going to be Frankie with the free kick. Let's see if he's going to chip that in the box there. He does, but well defended. Danger still not over though. But UP finally gets rid of the ball from their goal scoring line there.
The teams have settled into that initial surge of the game and they've settled into the atmosphere more importantly, because for some teams it's a situation where they're all of a sudden playing in a jam-packed stadium where there's a lot of noise around you. Usually you're used to just hearing your coach from the sidelines, but now it's a lot of chatter, it's a lot of discussions, and now I'm sure the discussion in the pitch for Meghalaya is to attack as we see the players continuing to attack, although UP win back the ball now.
Ryan, the one good thing about the game so far that I'll say is you see none of the teams, despite the pressure of being in a high octane, a high voltage final, none of them are getting themselves into that defensive husk that we talk about. Both the teams want to attack, and I think UP are still to find that foothold of theirs. And that is because of Meghalaya's airtight defense. But if you talk about intent, if you talk about body language, I think UP has made it very clear that they are not going to sit back and defend. They are not going to be on a retreat. They want to attack. They want to pay back Meghalaya in that exact same coin. And Meghalaya, when you talk about attack, I think we have seen what they are capable of throughout the span of the tournament. And now that they are here, they can continue doing what they do the best. Keep on attacking, go all guns blazing, if that can dismantle UP in the process. That's another lovely ball there. This can be a lovely tussle, but once again, the goalkeeper, Trishul Bhatt, does an excellent job. Once again, Ryan, the timing of this outing is so good that you've got to give it to the goalkeeper.
Indeed, it's often important for the keepers to initiate that very at the moment, because sometimes we see keepers commit an error, but this time he was perfect. But a more important fact is this player, we hope he's fine. He seems to be in a bit of a scuffle, but our medical team is always there to ensure that the players are good to go. And that's a good sign for UP. They can't afford to lose any of their key players at this moment.
A very nice point that you made, Brian. I think we all know that yes, football has got its substitutes and they'll always have an opportunity to change. But in a final game, you will not like that initial setup, the initial planning that you have done to shift so early in the game. It's just 9 minutes, it's not even 10 minutes. So if you lose one of your key players, that just doesn't mean that you are losing a key player, a key aspect of the game, but that also means that there will be a change in the strategy. Another lovely cross goal scoring chance goes begging, and UP are now under some serious threat here as Meghalaya keeps on ringing the bells of danger.
Ringing the bells indeed. I think if you look at Meghalaya's performances, when they are constantly attacking and constantly having shots at the goal like this, it becomes a lot more dangerous for any opposition. And I think that's where UP will have to change the pedestal. You did mention earlier that they are not backing down, they are going in on the forefront, but they'll have to watch their guard on the defense as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. Another cross comes floating in. Could have been danger, but UP does well. And I think, yes, it's very important, no matter how strong of an attacking unit you have, it's always important that you protect your own goal first. You protect the belly of the beast in order for the dragon to fire home in all its glory. So at the end of the day, if your defense isn't strong enough, if your fortress isn't strong enough, then no matter how many times you attack, at the end of the day, you will fall short. But I think so far so good for both the sides. UP, however, are kind of struggling on that right wing particularly, because that right wing has been a beehive, has been a hotbed of action. Take a look at once again from the right wing, the cross came floating in, well, just inches away. Had it not been for the crucial header, crucial intervention from that UP defender, it could once again have been trouble in paradise for UP.
Still no aspect of paradise. They're looking to open up their offense. This time they will get the better of the Meghalaya offense. Possession keeps changing. Good shoulder push to win it back, and a few good skills before making that pass onto the left. It's a good play, perhaps something coming out of it, but it's short-lived as the Meghalaya defense does not let them in easy.
I think UP should understand it by now. They are not going to have it easy under any cost whatsoever. They will have to toil, they will have to make their way to the forefront. If they have to breach down this Meghalaya defense, they will have to show belief in their own sets. They will have to find up an alternative plan. I mean, that wing play has been so far decent enough. As you pointed out, that there have been a constant switching of flanks from their two wingers. But apart from that, they will need some additional help down the center line as well. They will have to go together as a unit, because if you want to break down a defense that is very methodical like that of Meghalaya, I think you will need at least 4 to 5 players to challenge that numerical superiority in the first place, and then bring in the technical aspect of the game as well.
Indeed, they're going to have to give it all they got, and they will need a wonderful team play in order to execute that, as a throw-in is taken quickly for UP as they look to go on the offense. And we are into the 14th minute of this match, and Meghalaya once again win back possession, and they look very threatening as always when they move ahead with the ball. And the forward lines of Chaji, Banteling and Prosperwell are very, very quick when they switch from that defensive side to the offense as the possession changes once again.
I think at this point in time, UP really needs to take care of that right wing. Meghalaya has really wreaked absolute havoc from the right wing, time and time again, launching those crosses, coming in with those crucial passes. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very important how you are going to come together. Quick throw taken in there. Another cross comes floating in, can be trouble. Ritik, however, trades it away for a corner.
Constant attack from Meghalaya seem to be lethal once again. They've gotten the corner kick, and UP defense, along with the goalkeeper, will have to be alert and hope that nothing dangerous comes out of this. It's a good ball curved in. The header comes in, but the save from the defender right there at the right place. Once again, he has to go. Hit the cross post, and it's safe again for UP, and they will just grasp a breath.
Contrasting emotions here, Ryan. Agony for Meghalaya because they missed it by whiskers again. What an incredible corner kick and a very good defending as well. And the danger line still weren't cleared. They had an opportunity, and then by inches smashing against the woodwork. Sadly enough, that was not to go in. But nonetheless, as things stand at this point in time, I reckon UP will have to come up with an alternative, because right now, if they are unable to plug the deficit, plug that gap on that right wing, it can be a lot more catastrophic for them. They are now playing it all the way back to their own defense, and I reckon they'll just have to keep a tab on affairs. They cannot lose sight of where the opposition strikers are, because that can be fatal as well. But so far so good, Ryan, won't you say, for Meghalaya?
Oh yes, indeed. And I like how you pointed out to that right side where they've executed a lot of their attacks. That is proved to be very effective for them. And now they'll again look to engage themselves from that side. I'm sure the coaches of UP would have identified that. Once again, the ball is lofted in, the keeper coming off his lines and punching it to safety, but they still have to stay alert. Meghalaya win it back. He goes for goal again, but the block from the UP player is there again, and the UP players this time will be a lot more alert as they stop the Meghalaya offense.
And one particular thing that's kind of picking me out here is you see that right wing that we are consistently pointing has been where all the attacks have been launched for. Even the goal came in for Meghalaya from the right wing. But somehow or the others, the UP defenders, they are not really able to capitalize. They are not really able to capitalize on the aspect that Meghalaya is currently banking upon that one-dimensional attack. The question is, if UP is able to take away that right-wing advantage, if they are able to block in or plug in a couple of defenders who would be solid enough to at least stave off the flurry of attacks that's coming in from Meghalaya from the right, then does Meghalaya has what it takes to eventually channel out all their attacks from the center line and from the left. I think UP should be starting from here. Take away the major source of attack from your opposition. At least try and blind them on one flank, and let's see what their response is.
Interesting point, as UP will advance the ball, but not the best of passes this time. And we saw how in the previous game they make a lot of plays from the left. Abhishek often receives the ball and gives the cross to his teammate. Or we see him go for goal. He scored a couple last game, and a couple of goals now for UP would be a dream, because they are struggling in terms of getting a shot away. They haven't gotten many shots away in this game. Rohit?
Another chance here for Meghalaya, which is being dragged wide. Could have been a better one. Now I reckon instead of going for the shot himself, if he would have teed off the player out in the center, it should have been an easier chance. Let's take a look at the opportunity. I think it was also far away from the player as well. And getting back to your question, Ryan, I think for the time being though, what UP is now relying on, or possibly what has been their biggest strength, is that Route 1 brand of football. Play those long balls forward and rely on their strikers to get the job done. Another cross comes in, this time from the left, trying to open up a new dimension of attack for themselves. However, they were denied easily enough by UP. And now getting back to Meghalaya, I think another question that will be taken into consideration out here is the defense of Meghalaya is very, very solid, and they are technically sound as well. So that long ball strategy, that Hail Mary strategy won't really work out here. You got to work your way through the ground, play the ground passes, control the ball, and then eventually launch the final shot. What do you say so, Ryan?
Indeed, and that's the structure that a team would have to follow in order to find the ball at the back of the net. That is the ultimate goal for any team, and given the fact that we've seen football at various levels, be it the lowest level in your street or even in your apartment or even at the highest level in the World Cup, it all comes down to that beautiful footballing play. It's very rare that we see a individual brilliance take the ball from the half line and go all the way. So it is important. And here Meghalaya look to go through with that. He goes for the shot. Ritik has been the hero so far. Again, he gets the save, an important save from keeping his team go down. But again, they're going to have to switch up on their defense.
And obviously all credit to Ritik, but I think also another crucial point for that Meghalaya attacker, another shot being blocked away there. That is, I think he tried to shift the ball to his left leg because that was possibly his stronger foot. And eventually in the process lost a crucial second. Another long cross coming in. And eventually it falls in for the UP attacker. Let's see if they can let one of those shots loose. And a nice delivery there, but slightly overweight, could have been better.
And that's UP showing us glimpses of what they are actually capable of and a bit of a modulation in terms of that pass. It will be that perfect play that they are looking for. And I'm sure they have it, what it takes to surprise Meghalaya with one of these attacks, as they will go forward again on that left side and the defense will not let them through.
For the ones who are just joining in right now, let me all give you a quick heads up about the way to the finals for both the teams. For Meghalaya in the league matches, they started off with a 6-0 victory over Sri Lanka and then started and then expanded. Well, this can be another trouble here. Goalkeeper is off his line. And somehow or the other, UP run short of numerical superiority and the closeness that was needed amongst the players. Lack of chemistry here or could very well have been the equalizer. What a gilt-edged chance, Ryan.
I mean, everyone here at the stadium for a second thought that would be the chance where UP find the ball at the back of the net. But as you said, they didn't have the numbers required, but now they will try to do so. It's well played onto the right side. Not the best of crosses that they would have wanted, but still a throw-in for them on the opposition half.
Truth be told, Ryan, I think at this point in time, UP is slightly disoriented in terms of their attacking excellence. The kind of chemistry, the kind of understanding and communication that you would need in a particular attacking unit, I think somehow or the other, they are trying to rely on instinctive and individual brilliance. They want one of their individuals to just step up and bring in a flurry of madness. This, however, can be a possibility. They are looking for that shooting space there and now sends in that cross to the left, but once again, very well cleared by Meghalaya. And this is where the difference is. Meghalaya is extremely organized. Now take a look at this one. 3v2 here, three attackers coming together in one particular formation. You got to stick to your formation, you got to stick to your plan. But UP, after conceding the goal, somehow or the other, their attacking unit is very disoriented and they are trying to look for that chemistry which should have happened before the match. And once they tipped the yard, it should have been even better.
Meghalaya here continuing their flurry of attack as well as shots. This time it is a good run from him in the middle, along with that shot which is taken by his teammate, but it went over the post as Prosperwell was looking to get his second goal. And now we have around 2 minutes remaining, minus the stoppage time, which won't be much. And Meghalaya again going for the goal. This time he goes for the goal again, and it just misses the target.
What a strike would that have been? That would have been absolutely glorious. Take a look at how he positions himself and then lets one fly. The goalkeeper was in no position to try and stall that. That was class. Sheer class there, and what an incredible setup as well. You've got to give it to the setup. But at the end of the day, I think UP survives another scare.
It's that extra pass that the players are not hesitating to give. That pass is making the difference for Meghalaya. This time he's controlled the ball very nicely and he will confidently play to his teammate, who again handles the ball nicely, tries to find his teammate in the box, and again a short opportunity. The defense is there to stop it. Again, the follow through. He goes for goal. The defense once again coming into play. Not the best of clearances attempted, but now it's going to go the other way.
Ryan, in that last attack that was knitted together, if you take a look at the number, the head count of players of Meghalaya, there were 5 players. There were 4 of them inside the box, one of them stationed on the wing, 3 in the center, and the other one just outside the box. And this is where they are so good. This is where they are actually riding roughshod over UP here. And UP somehow or the other, they have the numbers when they are going up, but the kind of distance that the players have between them, it's absolutely overwhelming. That is one thing that they will have to avert at every single cost right now. They will need a lot more communication between the two teams. They will need to come together as a unit that I've talked about. This can be another chance here. Meghalaya reclaiming the ball for themselves. However, looks like the referee believed that was not done in the right way.
Almost done with the first half here. UP with one last chance, perhaps, by launching the ball into the box. And a good chance here, but it looks like the flag did go up. We've gotten the confirmation from the fourth official, a couple of minutes added on here in the first half of the finals. This was the chance earlier where UP tried to get cheeky and go through here, but unfortunately it goes the other way.
I would say that was a dream chance indeed when you're trailing by a goal and you get an opportunity like that, and that too at the edge of the half-time. What a brilliant opportunity would that have been to leave your opposition rattled, because right now they have a mindset going into that drawing room, going into that what would I say, like the drawing board rather, apologies, not drawing room, and eventually figure out a different set of plans to try and contain UP's attacking flair in the second half if they do come up with. But however, if UP is able to get a goal here, that means once again Meghalaya will have to start from the scratch, looking for that goal to set them apart from their counterparts. There's another chance, but that is a heavily weighed cross which will go out for a throw-in for Meghalaya.
Indeed, you did mention drawing board, and I'm sure the drawing board will come into play soon. The coaches will be ready, and we will be interested to know how the UP coach is going to go ahead from this moment with his team, because he knows that it's not just about winning the game, it's about coming back into the game first, for which they're going to need a goal, and for that they're going to have to break the entire setup of Meghalaya that has been so structured throughout this entire game in the final. And now we will see how that unfolds later in the second half.
I think first and foremost, the coach of UP, Mr. Saqib Khan, he'll have to tell his boys to be together in this. He'll have to tell his boys to maintain that structure. As you pointed out, the structural positioning. This can be trouble once again for UP. Meghalaya now trying to come in from that central channel, does well to keep the possession under control. That's another lovely pass. And now is he looking for that shot? Goes for the shot there! Goalkeeper barely clawing it away. Once again, missing the net by whiskers as the whistle for the first half has been blown. But what an incredible half this has been for Meghalaya. They have dictated the proceedings with an iron fist and could have led at the halfway mark, at least by 4 goals, Ryan.
Indeed, I think we saw a super strike from them in the very first minute, followed by a spectacular strike here in the last minute, which did beat the keeper, but it didn't find its way into the back of the net. And that's the story so far. 25 minutes into the game, it's Meghalaya who have a goal lead thanks to the goal from Prosperwell in the very first minute. And meanwhile, all our viewers on Sportscast India, do enjoy the show that the Air Force have prepared for you, as we will join you back in the second half.
Hey, Baba.
ಈಗ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ ಯಾವಿದೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ರಾಜು ಸರ್ ರಾಜು ಸರ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳು
Refreshment to चाय आएगा सर चाय नहीं वो वाला कैमरा उतार दिया ना बड़ा वाला ले बड़ा वाला भी हो गया टेक्निकल ಏನು ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ
ಹಿಂದೆ ಹುಡುಗರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಹುಡುಗರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರೆ ಚೇರ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಚೇರೆಲ್ಲ ಚಪ್ಪಾಕಿ.
Central Bank of India brings to you the future of banking, digital banking.
Offers savings and protection so that you can soar high in your life. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
बैंक का SBI, हर भारतीय का बैंक.
Welcome back, everyone. We're all set for the second half of the game, and it has so far been a Meghalaya dominated display, to be honest, taking the lead in the very first minute of the game through prosper well. Meghalaya has actually prospered well enough, and somehow or the other, Uttar Pradesh, they have tried hard, and they will still try hard enough to get themselves that all-important equalizer. I reckon a couple of changes are going to happen for Meghalaya. It's going to be Vishal Yadav, who will be making his way to the center, and he will be joined by Rahul Yadav. Rahul will be replacing Avinav Patel, who hasn't been that effective until now, at least. And quickly introducing you all to the ones who will be attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their signature greens, is Meghalaya. And now attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their signature orange, is Uttar Pradesh. And it's Longji Presbyterian Secondary School, Meghalaya. Will be going forward to keep themselves in the hunt, wherein Major Dhyanchand Sports College from Uttar Pradesh will be taking charge from the right to the left. And once again, joining me in the commentary box for the second half of the game is Ryan James. Welcome back, Ryan.
Good evening, Rohit. And yes, it's going to be very interesting. The substitutions for UP will not just be subs, they will hope it turns out to be super subs. And we can hope that the charm of finals come in, because if you look at football and a final match, we can think of so many instances where a player who comes in as a substitute has proved to be detrimental. And that's what Uttar Pradesh will hope for here as they trail in the second half.
Since you pointed out substitutes bringing in a change, I think in very recent turn of events, if we just go back to yesterday night, Barcelona was playing Rayo Vallecano, where the substituted Dani Olmo, who came in, who made his debut for the Catalans last night at the halfway mark, completely changed the course of the game and eventually went on to score the winner as well for the Spanish stalwarts. So yes, you're right. I think substitutions have made a critical impact, have made a crucial impact over the years, and I think they will still like to have an impact here as well, just in order to change the course. But I think it's not a matter of one individual. You see, Ryan, when we bring in substitutions, there is an overall change to the strategy. It has to be either like for like. Here comes in a long delivery in the box. That could have been trouble. But once again, UP failing to find the back of the net, failing to get the precision in play. But Trishul Bud, he was definitely tested on that occasion.
Indeed. And I like the way UP have started the second half. They have their intent set. And as you mentioned, they've changed their overall approach by making a substitution. Of course, the team has to adapt to it. And I'm sure that the UP side will have a plan here. And they need to have that plan and execute it, because they have 25 minutes. And it's the last 25 minutes in the under-15 category for this edition of the Subroto Cup. And we will want to see a lot more goals, given the fact that it's been a high goal scoring tournament from the very first match all the way here. We've seen plenty of goals in a game. We will hope to do so here as well.
Yeah, goals definitely are the life and blood of a football game, but then at the end of the day, I think in modern day football, it also is important that how good you are playing, how wonderfully you are playing, but eventually at the end of the day, particularly when the fate of the crown hangs in the balance, I think it goes without saying that you will have to score. There are no other ways that you can get yourselves on the card. There are no other way you can get yourselves a share of the glory. And a quick confirmation of the substitutions. Avinev came out and it was Rahul who made his way to the centre. Another opportunity for Meghalaya, but then Ritik standing tall, coming out of his position, collecting that without breaking a sweat. Another long delivery into the Meghalaya box, and UP trying desperately to latch on to it somehow or the other. Once again, lacking the cohesion, lacking the perfection that you would need to latch on to deliveries like that.
That is true. And Atif has been substituted for Vishal in what hopes to be a good substitution. Of course, Vishal will join the likes of Abhishek, who's going to be key on that midfield for UP as they look to create something here. Good dribbling to make that pass to his teammate. He has to go long, takes the deflection. And Meghalaya constantly pressing and putting pressure on the UP players.
Meghalaya is playing their natural game, you see. They have always been of this attacking mindset, and I think they are thriving right now. UP is allowing them to go ahead and play on the wings. They are allowing them a lot of ball possession, and that is exactly what is creating all the chaos for the lads in orange. At this point in time, they will have to understand the first and foremost thing is to clear their danger lines. This can be a decent opportunity here for UP, however, a chance for them to try and equalize, try and restore parity from the corner. Let's see, Ryan, if UP can actually capitalize this opportunity. Here they go with the corner kick floated into the box there at the far post, but it eludes everyone in the process.
Yeah, not the best of corner kicks. Perhaps if the ball curved into the far post, it might have been interesting. Otherwise, with that speed and that elevation, there was no way a player was getting to it. And now Meghalaya will bring it up as UP will also look to inflict that press on the ball while they're on the defense so that they can try and get the possession back. And so far it seems to have worked for them up to a certain extent. And now he gets that ball, but the shot attempted from distance is blocked. And Meghalaya seem to know how UP are trying to go on about it, but it looks like a different UP side here, Rohit.
Yeah, changes have definitely happened, goes without saying. They are showing a lot more intent in the second half. But I think one particular aspect that could have actually brought about a significant revamp, a significant facelift to this UP side is if they would have had a bit of change in that scrappy mindset of theirs. They are still trying to rely upon scraps. Well, Trishul Bhatt coming out of his line there, he did well to actually time his outing to perfection, but the clearance wasn't solid enough. Thankfully for him, there wasn't any UP marauders lurking around, or else it could have been kingdom come for them. The lead would have blown into smithereens.
Second instance that is happening, and could be time before we see one more, and UP make use of it again. This time a good chance for them. He goes with that run from the left as he keeps the ball from going out. He needs to get across away. He looks to pass to his teammate. It's intercepted by the Meghalaya defense. Back on with UP, who are attacking more in the first half, but now it switches up again.
Well, we talked about substitutions at the start of this half. There were a couple of substitutions made. One of them was Rahul Yadav, the other being Atif Ansari. Rahul Yadav has already had an instant impact. The way he's kind of narrating, the way he's kind of controlling the narrative on that left wing for UP, that is now what is turning out into a hornet's nest for Meghalaya, and Meghalaya will have to take care of that. Because if they are not able to capitalize, then it can be trouble on what has been a decent game for them, at least until now. But UP slowly and steadily coming back, and I think they still have time. They still have a decent amount, at least close to enough, 20 minutes, let's say, including the extra time. Ryan, won't you say that?
Definitely. They need to keep their nerve, and here Meghalaya will come front in that offensive side for the first time, perhaps in the second half. and they are dangerous every time they come, irrespective of weather. It's a good one. A challenge there. A slight tackle from the back. You will go into the book, my friend, for a challenge like that. Abhishek, the key defender for UP, is the first player to get booked. And it's going to be a very, very interesting spot for the free kick.
Truth be told, that felt more like something of a vengeance. Take a look at this challenge there. He clearly was in control of the ball there. Sanjeev completely had the ball under his control. He was getting ready for that shot, and then coming from behind Abhishek Patel. Well, you can call it taking one for the team, because we all know that if Sanjeev would have actually gotten that shooting space, then he could have been a lot more dangerous. So I think, being the captain of the side, he had to make a call, and Abhishek Patel eventually clattering into him from the back takes a yellow card. Free kick opportunity. Ryan, how would you take on this free kick, or what's your take on this free kick, brother?
I feel it's going to test the keeper. He goes for it. Straight in the hands of the goalkeeper. He doesn't collect it. And the follow-up goal is good. Meghalaya double their lead 34 minutes into the game. And that free kick has been converted. Not directly through the rebound, but they will still take it as they double their lead here in the finals.
Meghalaya continues to prosper well. That's the brace for this youngster. Once again, showing his predatory instincts, keeping a keen eye on the affairs out in the box there, and latching on to the delivery that mattered the most, and eventually poking it from handshaking distance into the back of the net. Once again, a closer look there. The goalkeeper making a hash of affairs, and then Prosper well right at the end of it, at the far end, just waiting for the ball to fall to him, and all he had to do was feather it home, and he does that with a smile on his face.
Smiles across all of their faces at the moment, and I'm sure it's far away from smiles for the UP camp at the moment, because they are down 2 and the time continues to tick, which means they are just looking at their campaign. Their intent of lifting the trophy reduce as the clock also ticks down. Meghalaya seem to have just surged in terms of energy, and you have to feel for UP, because they were slowly building up their attack. They were getting a hold of their attack, and right after that Meghalaya went in first time and they've just scored.
I think now the troubles simply would compound right now for UP, and they will have to find that opening goal at the earliest. They don't have much time left. If they are unable to open that scoring of theirs, I think they will only be fading away into oblivion. But once again, Meghalaya, they were under the pump, make no mistake. UP was slowly and steadily increasing the pressure upon them. And then one chance is what it took them to once again put all the resistance from UP into the bed. And who else than Prosper Well, the man who knows the back of the net like the palm of his hand. And a loud shout out to our sponsors already. Platinum sponsor SBI, and definitely Central Bank of India as well, LIC, Canara Bank, and then the broadcasting partners, Sportscast India. This is the 63rd edition of the Subroto Cup International Football Tournament, and this is the sub-junior boys, the under 15 category, which is now being played, the finale of that category. And so far, Meghalaya has called the shots, and they continue to call the shots. This can be another chance, another goal-scoring opportunity. Is it? Takes the shot there, but drags it wide by inches.
A wonderful sequence, I could say. The previous one, although they didn't find the back of the net, the chain of passes, the movements, everything was perfect. And now we will see a substitution take place for Meghalaya. And I'm sure, Rohit, this is a story to tell for all of them, this 63rd edition. They will all have their different stories to tell people in the years to come. Oh, this is a good give and go, but the defense quickly taking care of the dangerous bits. Again, they'll have to be alert as they look to clear the ball.
Oh, it would be a story, of course, because at the end of the day, when you're a part of a tournament like this, I think even when we were kids, we would dream of our games being telecasted. We would dream of being a part of the Subroto Cup. Make no mistake. That's another long ball there onto the far right. Kept well. and eventually will be cleared away by UP. But then the throw in, and that's a quick confirmation. Neemban Lam is in. Mark goes out.
Sure, Meghalaya will look to close this game out one way or the other, but they don't look like they're going to hesitate from attacking because they've lived on attacking. They thrive on attacking throughout the edition. That's been the story for them. So, as much as you would think in a final, a team with a 2-goal cushion might play a lot more defensive, I don't think we should expect that from Meghalaya given the way they've played. And I'm sure if they play attacking, that's pressure in itself for the UP side.
Yeah, very well spotted, Ryan. UP once again under the pump there, however, just negotiating that with the corner. And right now, Meghalaya, they're really looking as dangerous as they can be. Well, in the lads in orange, they're kind of clueless here. It feels like they are at ocean, boasting without any conviction. Once again, Meghalaya comes in with a cross from the right there. Well kept, shooting chance, shot comes in. However, the goalkeeper, Ritik, this time won't make a mistake there, collects it comfortably enough.
Good stuff there from Ritik, but UP will have to quickly engage themselves on the attacking front. They can't afford to lose the possession many a times on the attack.
Well, truth be told, I think right now Meghalaya, they have kind of taken over the game completely. And at this point in time, they do have UP on a string right now. The cross comes floating in from the right, does well to eventually body shield it, keep the possession under control. Shots come flying in. Sadly enough, that will miss the post by Whiskers. Meghalaya has made it clear that they are going to go for goals. They want more goals here. They are not going to sit back and defend.
I think given the fact that it's a final, we love the intent and we will slip into the last 10 minutes of this game, not just of this game, but of the 63rd Subroto Cup International Football Tournament, the under-15 category here in Bengaluru. And it's been a spectacular tournament, Rohit. If you look back at all the matches, such amazing games, such amazing goals. We got to witness all packages of football.
Oh, very true, Ryan. I think overall it was a tournament that would be remembered. That would be remembered for all these youngsters playing such an aggressive brand of football, showing that they are actually made for the bigger leagues. This is another lovely bit of setup there. Can this be a goal-scoring chance again? Well, it looks like Prosperwell is out there at the right, keeps the ball in his control. There comes the shot. It's slightly emasculated, falls back for Prosperwell. Prosperwell sets it back into that central channel, but then once again repelled away. And here comes UP looking for that goal. However, their awkward bounce takes it away from them.
It's good to see the crowd also acknowledging the good football being played. Every time there's a very good pass or a very good run, we hear the crowd acknowledging it, and that's the beauty of football. And we get to see it on two fronts. One, of course, the players doing it on the field, and the second is the way it brings people together. It brings everyone to watch this matchup, and it's a Subroto Cup. That's another aspect. And we all know how Subroto Cup has played a role in shaping the future of Indian football. A lot of stars today of Indian football have played this tournament in the past, Rohit.
Oh, absolutely. These are the stepping stones. This is the cradle. This is where from it all begins. I mean, just take a look at the kind of audience you've got. The defendants of the country, all in attendance. And make no mistake, we have two big names as well. And just a few moments ago, the run that was given by Chanjeet, and another incredible bit of fame there from Ping Shane. And once again, Meghalaya goes for that side volley. Could have been trouble, but then fails to keep it in the frame of the goal. This is a commanding display of some attacking firepower from Meghalaya. UP still reeling at ground zero. They are being left with a very bitter taste in their mouth, and they are living dangerously.
Indeed. And as the clock ticks, they are slowly starting to get the realization, even with this Meghalaya attack that's so constant. Again, Prosper well controlling the ball, and he goes for that cross, but the defense quickly taking care of it. And it's going to be a throw in. And you can see the UP players just they are staying alert on that defensive side, but they are entirely on the defensive pedestal now, and that is sad to see for a team that's trailing by 2 goals now.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. But I think the problem here is even if they want to attack, the way Meghalaya has got them pinned, I think that is the major challenge. Particularly the trio of Chanjeev, Prosperwell, and Pinch Game. I think these three have been absolutely brilliant. The way they have combined, the way they have come together to form that triangle, and eventually all three of them they have shuffled. It's not that any one of these players have been rooted to his position. I've seen Prosperwell attacking from the right, but if needed, he has also gone into that central channel. Similarly, Chanjeev, the way he's made those runs from the center, I think a few moments ago, the way he took the ball not past one, but two, but three, almost four defenders left him twisted in an almost undoable knot. I think that was just marvelous. And this is the kind of football that we all talk about. This is the kind of aggression. This is the kind of, attacking football once again. And on to the far right, the referee says it's absolutely fine. Let's keep rolling.
You did mention about the forward three there for Meghalaya. As for Uttar Pradesh, Rohit, Arslan, and Abhinav have been entirely shut off by the Meghalaya defense, and that's proved to be a big impact on the game because they are often making those plays, they are often making those runs, they're receiving the ball on the wide ends so nicely. But here, they haven't gotten the right opportunity to do those. As Meghalaya here, the captain bicycles the kick in terms of that clearance. A good run from UP here, and the players brought down. Play on, says the referee, and that was all ball perhaps.
Once again, what an excellent phase of play out here. Another substitution being loaded here for Meghalaya. Looks like Samuel is going to come on, and he will be replacing Prosperwell. And I think Prosperwell, he will remember this game. What a young lad, and what an absolute sensation he has been for Meghalaya. Scored a brace. And now UP still looking for that opening there. This can be the chance. Very well coordinated, but once again, the first touch while you're receiving needs to be a lot better. You just cannot let it loose. Here's a chance for Meghalaya once again. They have lots of spaces out there. And there they come with another long ball stationed or intended for the far right. But then UP does well to come in the defending excellence there.
Fazal there, the defender who took care of the right winger, who was looking to receive that long ball, courtesy of that pass from the other end. Now a substitution once again takes place in this game, and the goal kick is well collected, and we'll switch up in terms of possession. UP again trying that long ball front, but they just don't have the players to commit on the attack.
I reckon there's an injury which will need a bit of medical intervention there. And I think you can see these happening a bit too frequently now, Ryan, because we are in the 47th minute. So yes, players will take a tumble, players will go down on the ground. But at the end of the day, this is just a ploy to steal away crucial seconds. And I think it happens everywhere. And once again, Meghalaya trying to come in from the right. They've got the ball in control. It's Bantalang. Bantalang eventually sends it back. This can be an opportunity, is it? And I reckon good defending there, and eventually a miscued attempt at getting the rebound into the back of the net there. Once again, Bantalang trying to pull the strings in the absence of Prosperwell.
Again, it's Bantalang who switched up to the other side, And this is where they make it difficult for the opposition to comprehend. Here again, they come in from the left. He goes for goal, and the goal comes in. 3-0. That is the nail in the coffin, we can say. As Meghalaya score, the crowd gets in on it, and it looks like we're about to crown a champion here.
और ये मैच के अंतिम क्षणों में टीम मेघालय ने एक और गोल किया है और अब स्कोर है 3-0।
That was absolutely brilliant the way he scored out here. A picture perfect finish. Look at the setup there. A lovely first touch, and then a wonderful assist, and then almost just poking it into the back of the net as if it was taking a walk in the park. And as you pointed out, Ryan, I think now it's game, set, match.
Oh, yes. And although it's not the ideal circumstance, we can still say that it was the substitute here who has scored that one goal that's, assured them the victory 100%. Name Bin Lam came in to this game. He checked in as a substitute and he's scored the third goal. And UP will slowly start to sink it all in as they will be the runners up in this edition. And they will look to take away a consolation as the ball is thrown in to the box, but it's going to go the other way.
And now UP, obviously, as you said, they will want a consolation goal in their favour. But will they be able to take that? That is $1 million question. Corner kick taken along the carpet there. That was cheeky. Came out of nowhere as the Meghalaya defenders were somewhat caught napping for the first time in the game there.
Don't think they were quite napping. I think they are, in a way, already in that celebratory mode. And they deserve to be, because it's not just weeks, but I'm sure months of tireless preparation for the Subroto Cup. You play the pre-Subroto and then you make it here, where here also you have to be well invested. You may be away from your homes, but you can't move around as much. You can't visit places as much because you have to stay in that tournament temperament. It is important, and I'm sure now after this game they just deserve all sort of celebration.
Absolutely, Ryan. I think you summed it up very well. They were already in that celebratory zone. But I think this is also another aspect that they will have to learn. Not every single game will they lead by 3-0. So there will be games where they'll have to keep their guards up until the very end, and they cannot let their guards down. They cannot let their concentration lapse even for a split second. This can be another chance here for Meghalaya. Are they going to find that shooting space though? But for the time being, UP does well to retaliate. UP does well to take the ball away from them, and they are knocking on the doors. But UP will keep it slam shut for now, at least.
Yeah, and UP have also shown a very good class in terms of sportsman spirit. Every time they were down, they never let their guard down. They never showed a glimpse totally that they are losing a game. We often see teams the same way how we saw Meghalaya players have that little bit of a celebratory moment. We don't see that from the team that's trailing, and that's good to see. They are high in spirit, that means, and they are in the game. And now it's lofted in, but the goalkeeper, he loves charging in. This time he charges in and holds on to it.
I think it's very important for these young kids to keep that kind of mindset, and if they are able to keep this kind of mindset, it will take them a long way in football. You see, I understand the foremost thing that comes to you are wild emotions, particularly when you're trailing. But keeping a nerve, keeping a control over the emotions, I think that is something that you would really love to see over and over again, because that is what sets greats apart from good. Somebody who loves to control their emotions, somebody who loves to show that sportsman spirit, and then eventually come together as a team, eventually come together as a unit. Because we all know, Ryan, I think despite the rivalry on the field, outside the field, they are one extended family. They are young kids learning the football, learning the game of football, and all towards that same objective of donning the India thread someday.
Well said indeed. They may be taking away different color medals, but I'm sure the one aspect they will take away bigger is that friendship, the bond they would have made with all these players. They will definitely interact with each other, make friends for lifetime, and who knows, go on to play together in the future, one way or the other. And you did say this is a budding ground for them, and of course, they have platforms to play. After this, they will move to college and go on to play for top clubs and maybe even represent the nation. So this is just a stepping stone as we cross the 3 minute mark in the game. And soon enough, I'm sure the Meghalaya side will be waiting for that final whistle to start their celebrations.
Well, I think the celebrations have already started. Make no mistake. I'm pretty sure they have their friends and parents out here in the audience. They have their coach as well, who will be definitely joining in the celebrations. And that is it. The crowning moment is what we talk about. And it is going to be Meghalaya who will be walking away with the bragging rights of the 63rd edition of Subroto Cup International Football Tournament in the sub-junior boys under 15 category. The non-dreamers right here in secondary school can have their smiles now. They can indulge themselves in intensified exhilaration, as this is a moment
What
that they will
matters here
always
is
remember.
performance, passion, grit, and most of all, the team players
Indeed,
will
this
win
is
it
something
all.
for all of them to take a memory for a lifetime as they are crowned champions here at the 63rd Subroto Cup. And I'm sure they will just never forget this moment. As for Uttar Pradesh, they've made it to the final. An amazing campaign for them. Nothing to take away because they've made it here after 26 years.
Yeah, I think making it to the final is no small deal itself, because you had to cross countless obstacles. Like you pointed, you have to play the pre-Shubroto Cup, you have to prepare for a tournament as big as this, and then eventually come forward knocking on the doors. So at the end of the day, if you're already making it to the finals, I think it's like itself is a massive achievement. But at the end of the day, when you play a game, you will have winners, you will have losers, and I think UP will not doesn't need to have those long faces. They can be proud in the fact that they have reached the finals, they have put up a fight, but it was just not their day. And a quick recapitulation of the full-time score: Meghalaya winning this game, the winning the final by 3 goals to nil, and it was Prosper Well who scored a brace to send Meghalaya into the lead, and then it was Neem Lam who scored that all-important third goal to put this game to bed. Well, that is everything from our end. We'll now head to the presentation ceremony. Everybody stay glued to the screens as these youngsters get awarded by honorary dignitaries of the sport and definitely of the Indian defense as well. So do stay glued, and that is us, me, Rohit, and Ryan, who will be signing out of this game. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.
I would now like to request our guests of honor, representatives of our valuable sponsors, and our guests to please join us on stage for the prize distribution ceremony. They are being escorted to the ground by the members of the organizing committee.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the time has come to announce our winners and present trophy and check for their thrilling performance of our teams in this under-15 sub-juniors boys category of the 63rd edition of Subroto Cup International Football Tournament 2024.
First up, we have the Fair Play Award, which has been sponsored in the remembrance of late Wing Commander K.K. Ganguly by his family. The Fair Play Trophy for Sub-Junior Boys Under 15 category was introduced in 2018 in the memory of late Wing Commander K.K. Ganguly, a legendary football administrator. He was responsible for starting the Subroto Cup in 1960 and was the first Secretary General of Subroto Mukherjee Sports Education Society. He has been instrumental in making this yearly event a premier football tournament for schools in India. Honoring his memory, a Fair Play Trophy and a cheque of Rs 50,000 is being awarded to the team in recognition of exemplary behavior that promotes the spirit of fair play and compassion during the edition of Subroto Cup International Football Tournament.
I would like to call upon Group Captain K.S. Sekhawat, Secretary Organizing Committee, to please present the cheque of Rs 50,000, and the award goes to Tashi Namgyal Academy, Gangtok team. I request Air Commodore Santosh K.P. Hegde, Air Officer Commanding Air Force Station Jalahali, to please present the trophy. Thank you, sir.
Senior Division Manager from LIC, our gold partners to please come forward and present the cheque of Rs 25,000 and the trophy. And the Best Goalkeeper Award goes to Trishul Bhatt.
Now I request our guest of honor, Ms. Ashwini Akunji, to present the award for Best Coach. The award goes to Mr. Pindrang Long from Meghalaya. Check off ₹25,000.
Center.
Now, I call upon our guest of honor, Mr. Pranay, to the award for Best School. The coveted award for the Best School for the Under 15 Sub-Junior Boys category goes to Uttar Pradesh. I request the coach, captain and the manager to please come forward and receive the award. They are being presented with a check of ₹40,000.
Center. Up.
Moving on, we have the award for Best Player. A check of ₹40,000 will be presented by Mr. Anand Jalona from Canara Bank. The best player in the category goes to Master Abhishek Patel from Uttar
Headquarter Training Command to kindly join us stage.
वो पिंपल को थी
And the time has come to felicitate and applaud our finalists, Team Uttar Pradesh and Team Meghalaya. First up, I would request players of the runners-up team, Team Uttar Pradesh, to come forward and accept the medals from our esteemed guests and representatives of our sponsors.
Now, I would like to request Mr. Damodar NC of State Bank of India to hand over the cheque of rupees 2 lakh to our runner-up team. I request the captain, coach and manager of the team to please come forward and accept the cheque.
Come on, center.
प्लेयर को सेंटर में ले लो। नेक्स्ट टाइम प्लेयर को
I request the captain, coach and manager of the team to please stay back. Now to give away the trophy, I request Air Marshal A.J. Singh, Adivishit Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, SASO Headquarters Training Command to give the runner-up trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause to our runner-up team. Now, I request all the dignitaries for a group photograph with the runner-up team.
अभी बीच में रखें। इधर
Coming to the champions of the event, the team which will go down in the history of the title of 63rd Subroto Cup in under 15 sub-junior boys category, bagging the title of winners, we have the boys of Team Meghalaya. To collect their winners' medal, I would like to invite here with a thunderous applause the boys of Team Meghalaya and accept their medals from our esteemed guests and representatives of our sponsors.
stand. इधर
knee down. All of you.
इधर और क्लोज हो जाना.
A check of rupees 4 lakh will be presented to the winner's team. I would like to call upon stage Mr. P.S. Naidu Kopinidhi of Central Bank of India to kindly give away the winning check to captain, coach and manager of Team Meghalaya.
सेंटर
प्लेयर सेंटर पे करो ना. प्लेयर सेंटर पे करो ना.
Now for the most awaited moment of today's prize distribution ceremony. I would like to request our chief guest, Air Marshal Nagesh Kapoor, to present the Champions Trophy to Non-Gary Presbyterian Secondary School, Meghalaya for the Under 15 Sub-Juniors Boys category. Thank you, sir. Now we welcome the champions team to the center stage to capture this moment in a photograph with our esteemed chief guests, sponsors, and senior officers from Headquarters, Training Command, and Air Force Sports Control Board.
एम थोड़ा लेफ्ट लेफ्ट बस 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 बॉल बॉल इधर बॉल
इनके सर ये बॉल हटाओ. ट्रॉफी क्या की बॉल 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 बॉल
आगे कर आगे कर सर कम फॉरवर्ड बेटर फॉरवर्ड हाँ मेरा गिफ्ट
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಪಟ್ಟಂತ ತೆಗೆದು
Ladies and gentlemen, I now request our chief guest to address the gathering. So,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again. It goes without saying that it's an immensely pleasurable moment for me to be here for the final match of the Sub-Junior Boys category of the 63rd edition of Subroto Cup International Football Tournament 2024. Subroto Sports Education Society conducts this prestigious tournament under the aegis of Air Force Sports Control Board with an aim to promote the game of football at grassroots level. The event has been successful in generating tremendous enthusiasm amongst the school children of our country. This sporting event is conducted every year with a vision to inculcate sportsman spirit and provide an opportunity to the school children across the country to showcase their talent at the national level. The tournament is an ideal platform for the children to enhance their playing skills and to interact with each other culturally and socially. I am extremely glad that all the matches have been played in the true spirit of sportsmanship, and the overall performance has been remarkable, as most of you would have witnessed today. Each one of you present here has contributed in making today's event even more special and joyful for the playing as well as organizing teams. My heartiest congratulations to the winners and also to all other teams which participated but could not, despite their commendable efforts, get the coveted trophy. These teams should not feel disheartened but take home a resolve to put in more effort towards achieving laurels in times to come. A special thanks to our friendly neighbors, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, for sending their teams to participate in this tournament as well. I also congratulate the organizing committee for the successful and professional conduct of the sub-junior boys under-15 category of the Subroto Cup football tournament. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to convey my deepest regards and gratitude to our esteemed chief guest for sparing time out of their busy schedule to join us today to encourage our finalist teams and encouraging each one of us to part of this scintillating event. This event would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors who have been on the forefront to support our efforts in the conduct of 63rd Subroto Cup 2024. The tournament, supported by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Sports Authority of India,